Many of you have probably heard that we lost Jim Howe, and Jim Howe was he was an absolute safety champion for decades. He just did amazing work. He's former UAW, and I've had the privilege of knowing him and getting to work with him and being at Black Lake with him and just some of the great things I learned from Jim. And Todd Conklin did a wonderful podcast on the pre-accident podcast in sort of memory of Jim and the things that he did in this world that we all work in safety and human and organizational performance. One thing I wanted to share, part of Jim's legacy is he was an amazing he was a really good presenter, and he was amazing at sort of focusing on feedback. Like he wanted to know in real time, like what were people hearing, what were they thinking, what was their responses. He would even hand out these clickers, and as he would ask different questions, he could get immediate response from people. I've never seen anybody more focused on sort of immediate feedback than Jim was. So I wanted to share part of his legacy that we can all sort of carry forward. Jim is silent now, but his voice is not. Jim was a powerful force in the world of safety, and there are people alive today because of the work that Jim did. And he will be missed, but he will not be forgotten, at least certainly not by those of us who had the privilege of knowing him and getting to work with him. But his work lives on. And this notion of being curious about feedback, like what are people hearing? I think that's something we could all get better at, listening to learn. So Jim Howe will be missed a lot. But his work lives on, and definitely a life well lived.